Fellow students, today we will discuss about the states of matter, solid, liquids and gases. First of all, I will tell you a very basic term that is matter. What is a matter? Anything around us that has mass and occupies space. Anything that has mass and occupies space, that thing is called matter. For example, this duster is also a matter because it is having some weight and it occupies space also. This marker is also matter because it is having some weight. Weight means mass and it occupies space also. Anything around us that has mass and occupies space, that is called matter. Now, of what matter is made up of? Matter is made up of molecules. Matter is made up of molecules. For example, this is a notebook. There are very small particles. There are very small particles of which this notebook is made up of. That small particles are called molecules. Or we can say simply that the small particles of which matter is made up of. The small particles of which matter is made up of, that small particles are called molecules. Everything is made up of small particles. This chair also, this lecture stand also, everything is made up of small particles. That small particles are called molecules. Now we will discuss about the solids, liquids and gases. You know, ice is a solid, water is a liquid, and as we heat the water, then what happens? There is a formation of vapors, there is a formation of steam, and that is gas. It means matter around us having three states: solid, liquid and gases. First of all, we will discuss about the solids. Then we will discuss about the liquids. Then we will discuss about the gases. In solids, you know the difference between these three figures. In solids, particles are very tightly packed, and in liquids, particles are loosely packed, and in gases, particles are very loosely packed. See here, liquids are very hard. Why solids are very hard? Why solids are very hard? Because its molecules, its particles are very tightly packed. They are having very strong force of attraction. They cannot move. Its particles cannot move from their position. Its particles can move. Its particles also can move. This is the difference between solid, liquid and gases. Now I will tell you the properties of solid in the details. After that I will tell you the properties of liquids in detail. First of all, come on the solids. Solids have fixed shape. You know, this is a solid, it is having fixed shape. You can change this now. It will not change automatically because it is having fixed shape. Its particles, its molecules are very tightly packed. See here, have fixed volume. Solids have fixed volume. As much as space it will occupy here, it will occupy here also, it will occupy here also because it is having fixed volume. Third, solids are hard. Solids are hard. They do not flow. They do not flow. You know, as the water flows, air flows, in the same way, solids do not flow. These are the properties of solids. Now I will tell you about the properties of liquids. In liquids, they do not have fixed shape. Liquids do not have fixed shape. If we put water in the glass, the water will take the shape of glass. If we will put water into the jug, it will take the shape of jug. It means the container in which we keep the liquid, it take the shape of that containers. It means liquid do not have fixed shape. But they have fixed volume. Liquids have fixed volume. For example, if liquid is 1 liter, then it will remain 1 liter. If it is 2 liter, then it will remain 2 liter. It means liquids have fixed volume. Third, like solids are hard, but liquids are not hard. Why liquids are not hard? Because their particles are loosely packed. Why liquids are not hard? Like solid, in solid particles are very tightly packed. In liquids particles are not tightly packed. That's why they are not hard. You know, solids cannot flow, but liquids like water, like oil, all these things can flow. So we say that liquids can flow. Liquids can flow. These are the properties of solid. These are the properties of liquid. Now I will tell you the properties of gases. See here, in gases, particles are very loosely packed. So, they do not have fixed shape. Gases do not have fixed shape. For example, if we keep gas in the balloon, it will take the shape of balloon. If we put gas in the cylinder, it will take the shape of cylinder. It means the thing or the container in which gas is kept, it will take the shape of that container. Second, they do not have fixed volume. Like solid and liquid have fixed volume, gases do not have fixed volume. Why? Because if we keep the gas in 2 liter container, it will occupy the full container. If we keep the 1 kg gas in the 3 liter container, it will occupy all the space inside the container. If we keep 1 kg gas in the 4 liter container, it will also occupy all space there. It means do not have fixed volume. Third point, they are not hard. Solids are hard, na? Gases are not hard. Fourth point, gases can flow like liquids. These are the properties of gases. Now I have told you about the properties of solid, liquid and gases. And I have told you about the arrangement of molecules also. In solids, molecules are tightly packed. In liquid, loosely packed. In gases, very loosely packed. This is about the arrangement. Next topic is solution. What is solution? See here, I am having salt and I added salt into the water. As the salt will mix up in the water, then what will be their formation? There will be a formation of a solution. There will be a formation of solution. What is solution? It is a mixture of solute and solvent. It is a mixture of solute and solvent. See here, salt is a solute. Salt is a solute and water is a solvent. The thing that mix up in the solvent, that is called solute, and the thing that mix up in the solute, that is called solvent. And both solute plus solvent forms the solution. See here, salt is a solute. Therefore, you can take example of sugar also. If we mix up sugar in the water, sugar is a solute and water is a solvent. The thing that mix up in the solvent, that is called solute, and the thing that mix up in the solute, that is called solvent, and the mixture of both is called solution. This is about the solution. There are number of solutions are there, like salt plus water, this also forms solution. Sugar plus water, that is also solution. It means salt is a solute here, sugar is also solute, and water is solvent here in the both. Our next topic is soluble and insoluble substances. Soluble and insoluble substances. What are soluble substances? One is soluble substances and one is insoluble substances. What are the soluble substances? The substances that mix up in the liquid. For example, sugar mix up in the water, salt mix up in the water. These all are the soluble substances, and that do not mix up in the liquid. For example, sand do not mix in the water. Chalk do not mix up in the water. That are called insoluble substances. You can give the example of soluble substances. Salt mix up in the water, sugar mix up in the water, and insoluble substances like sand, chalk. These all are the insoluble and these are the soluble substances. Our next topic is miscible and immiscible liquids. Miscible liquids and immiscible liquids. What are miscible liquids? Like we mix up lemon juice in the water, it will mix up the liquids that mix with each other. The liquids that mix with each other, that are called miscible liquids. The liquids that do not mix up with each other, that are called immiscible liquids. For example, lemon juice plus water. These both mix up with each other. Immiscible liquids like oil and water. Oil and water will mix up with each other. No, that's why they are called immiscible liquids. The liquid that do not mix up with each other, that are called immiscible liquids. Here you can give example of milk plus water. Milk and water mix up with each other. That's why they are also known as miscible liquids. Thanks.